What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Millzy, back at the Hometown Commander, and we are back for another episode of Millzy Opens, the show where I open product for you. And today, I thought I would celebrate what I feel like is going to be a lived experience for some Magic fans this week in opening up some of the things that I got for Christmas. I didn't want to do one video for all of these things individually, just because a lot of them have already been opened up on the world, on the interwebs. But I thought it'd be fun to just open up what I got, talk through it, and have some fun. So let me know what you think of our polls down in the comments section below. But today we're opening up a Ixalan bundle, 2 Ixalan collector's boosters, a Wall of Eldraine set booster. Just like we've been showcasing on the channel, I received the Brimaz and Urza precons for Christmas, so we're going to open up those sample packs, and then our Secret Lair Jurassic World. I'm going to start with the Secret Lair Jurassic World. This is one I was very excited to get, of course, because I am building Pantlaza. It's been the deck's been a ton of fun to play, and I thought, why not capitalize and start it off with a Secret Lair. I'm sure y'all have seen this one. A bunch of people have been opening this guy online. Of course, lots of people have really had issue with some of the dinosaurs they chose to represent certain of the dinos. I agree, some of them don't make a ton of sense, but I still think it's really fun. We have a Tali, Primal Storm, Rampaging Frostodon, Polyraptor, Wayward Swordtooth, and Regisaur Alpha. Of course, all 5 are very useful for that Pantlaza deck. Of course, multiples of those already come in the deck, but I was happy to still get the cooler version of them. And then our bonus card here is Colossal Dreadmaw in the pretty frame. This makes me actually kind of want to play Colossal Dreadmaw on the deck. I never would have otherwise, but the pretty art for it kind of makes me want to. So let me know in the comment section below if you think I should do that. With our Urza Chief Artificer deck from the Brothers War, we got our sampler pack. So let's take a look at that. 2 cards. I actually originally opened this precon back on the channel when this set came out. The deck that I was fairly interested in, but just never ended up working out in my collection. But let's see what we have. We have a foil Ornithopter there in the Retro Artifacts frame, and then a Teething Wormlet. Kind of interesting. Ornithopter, of course, great in those artifact decks, being a cheap artifact to come down for 0 mana. And then Teething Wormlet is a card I've actually been playing a little bit with on Arena in my Rocco Street Chef deck as a way to get a bigger creature. Here is our Martian Machine sampler pack. That came with Brimaz, Blight of Oreskos, our Orzhov deck. We have Yargle and Multani and Rada, Coalition Warlord. Interesting. Yargle and Multani, of course, a card that got a bunch of notoriety when the set came out for being an 18/6, which is just an interesting stat line. Of course, no abilities or anything like that, just an 18/6. Let's crack into our Wilds of Eldraine set booster. We see our art cord for, I believe, what that's Smothering Tithe? Oh, Greater Aromancy there. Okay, Beast Token. I believe these are backwards, so let's see. Territorial Witchstalker. We have a Griffin Airy, Godric, Cloaked Reveler, and a Virtuous Strength. Nice, that's a great mythic to get here. Tap basic land for mana, produces 3 times of that much mana instead. And for the little kind of that regrowth tile effect, getting a creature or land from your graveyard back to your hand for 1 green mana. See, did we hit the up the beanstalk? We did not. We have foil full art plains or island. It's not bad. Again, I like the Virtues. It's a really fun enchantment cycle. I was glad to see them try something like that. You know, a new cycle of fun things. Of course, our last time in Eldraine spawned a very interesting card in the Great Henge, right? So, in another cycle, in a cycle legendary artifact. So I was intrigued to see what they would do this time, and I think the Virtues do a good job. Well, let's hit to the main thing. I'm excited to open our 2 Ixalan collector boosters. These are actually the first real loose collector boosters I've opened for the set. I did do one with my gift bundle. Other than that, I haven't really opened it very much. I'm hoping there's some good pulls, of course. We do have a chance at our special guests. or maybe even a Mana Crypt, which would be pretty cool. Foil Swamp there. We see Kutzil, Malamet Exemplar. Kind of excited to use this in a couple decks. Let me know if you guys are playing Kutzil in any of your decks. Kind of an interesting card. Shutting off spells on your turn. Ooh, Boneheart Dracosaur. That goes a long way. Whether you're playing dragons or dinosaurs, this card looks pretty good. Getting you some extra cards at the start of your turn you can cast. Corpses of the Lost. Seems interesting. I haven't really found a spot for it yet, but it seems like an interesting card. Redemption Choir. This is going to go right into my Carmen deck. Whenever it's ATBs or attacks, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, return target permanent with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard or the battlefield. The Carmen deck is very good at that. We see Kellen during Traveler, the new Kellen. I don't like this guy as much as Fable-Blooded, but it's an interesting card. I think it's going to get used in some decks. We have a Jurassic World Island. See that foil on both sides. I was really hoping for a command tower. And then we have a foil Amalia. Whenever we gain life, it explores, and then if it destroys all our creatures, if its power is exactly 20. Again, I was hoping for a command tower in that slot for my Pantlaza deck, but I know the Jurassic World lands are still going for something, so that ain't bad. Claw Aspirant. Triumphant Chop there for those dinosaur decks. Don't know if it'll get played in Commander, but kind of interesting card. Foil Island. Sunborn is that signpost uncommon for the red-white deck. Oh, Fabrication Foundry. I'm intrigued to see if people play this in their white artifact decks or not. Seems like it could be interesting. The Enigma Jewel comes in tap. Add double colorless. Only need to activate abilities, and we can craft it into Locus of Enlightenment. As each activate ability of the exiled cards used to craft it, you may activate each of those abilities only once per turn. Whenever you activate an ability that isn't a mana ability, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. Interesting card. I'm sure there will be decks out there looking to play it. Ooh, hey, another card for the Carmen deck, Alenda's Hierophant. Kind of a new second copy you have of Alenda out there. This one, of course, goes off gaining life, which works great with Carmen in that deck, and that is up on the channel. Whenever it dies, you make those X1/1 vampires just like you do with Alenda, right? When it dies. Amalia again. There we go. We get Welcome to Jurassic Park. This card I've been kind of on and off about. I like the idea of it. And I've seen a lot of people put it in their Pantlaza decks. To me, the cost of the card in US dollars just seems a little bit high for what it does, but it is a really cool card. And then our last card is Deep Root Pilgrimage. Of course, going to be great for my Hackball deck. There we go. Whenever one more Not Token Merfolk become tapped, make a 1/1. All right, not too bad. The Jurassic Park cards are both interesting, and getting both the land and then the Welcome to Jurassic Park, so that's pretty cool. Let's jump into our bundle. So like I said, I did open a gift bundle on the channel, but this will be my first time opening up an actual bundle here on the channel. So here's the bundle dice. And then here on the left is the gift bundle dice. I do like to collect these. I think they're really fun. I always keep them in a little box that I take when I go to the local card shops and things to play Commander. They're just fun to have to count. Not normally my life total, because normally we use apps for that. But it is fun to count counters and things like that. So we see, I really like the look of the red one there, but I do say I much prefer this orange one that came in the gift bundle. It does look pretty cool. Let's get in it. We have 8 set boosters of Lost Caverns of Ixalan. And our promo. I actually did not realize they were in separate packs. So we kind of had that spoiled for us, but that's okay. Of course, our bundle promo is the Hit the Mother Load. And then our Jurassic World card is another Welcome to Jurassic Park. So we see 2 of them in this opening. This one is non-foil. We'll get to add that to the stack there. And there's all of our basic lands. And then this should be the Hit the Mother Load with all of our foil lands. But, all right, so we got 2 Welcome to Jurassic Parks this opening. That's interesting. It's pretty cool, I guess. Hopefully they still have some good value. But let's crack into our 8 set boosters. Of course, I did open up a set booster box on the channel. Be interested to see me open some more Ixalan set boosters, but let's take a look. That's one of our O'Hares, the blue one. Full Art Forest, which is great. I do need a couple of them for some of the decks I'm building. Get through our uncommons. Inverted Iceberg. Restless Vents is our rare, our red-black tapland. Comes in tapped and can be animated into a creature. I'm intrigued to see what these guys see as far as commander play. I think they're cool cards, and I think some of them could be really good depending on what color combination you're in. I'm just intrigued to see what we see on those. This is, I don't remember the name of it, but this is that one that crafts with 1 creature of each type. Throne of the Grim Captain, and that is the artist sign printed one there. Pathfinding Extra, of course, very well played in Draft. We get a Kutzel there in the showcase frame. Get Lost is our rare, a card that I'm intrigued to see if it's going to see some commander play. I like it, and the map tokens can be useful. Fanatic Offering there is our foil. Of course, I expect this card to see a teeny bit of play in those aristocrat-y style decks. You're doing the same thing as, like, you know, it kind of sits into that similar spot of something like Deadly Dispute, where you're still drawing the 2. It's just here you get the map token instead of the treasure. But I still expect this to see play, especially in decks that just care about sacrificing things, right, and not just sacrificing creatures. Restless Prairie there, one of the other Restless Lands. It's the type of card I've been considering trying out in something like Carmen, where you just care about sacrificing things in general and not necessarily what you're sacrificing. Tetsin. This is one of our commanders from the commander cards. When it or another double-faced artifact enters the battlefield you're controlling, mill 3, then we can put an artifact from among them into your hand. You can craft it with 6 artifacts to turn it into the Golden Gear Colossus. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, transform up to 1 target double-faced artifact you control and create 2 gnomes. So kind of an interesting card. You're looking to use these double-faced artifacts and take advantage of them and try to make the gnomes in the process, which is pretty cool. And that pairs great with our rare behind it. Threefold Thunderhulk comes in with 3 counters on it. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, make a number of gnomes equal to its power, and you can sack an artifact and put a counter on it. This is a card I'm actually excited to try out in my new Urza list to see if you can use those gnomes to your benefit. So it's an interesting card. You know, it comes in with for a decent amount of mana, so it is a decent investment. There's Malicious Escape. So it all is just going to come down to whether you can reduce it to be a good enough cost for its value, or what. Captain Storm, that signpost uncommon for pirates. I expect we'll probably see some play in Commander, putting those counters. Rampaging Ceratops. Molten Collapse, a removal spell. If you descended this turn, you could choose both. Destroy target creature or planeswalker, or destroy target non-creature, non-land permanent with mana value 1 or less. Of course, can still hit those mana rocks in Commander. And we play Gishath, Sun's Avatar. Of course, getting the reprint in this set, and of course, getting the pretty borderless version. Of course, Gishath, probably the most popular dinosaur commander, so of course it's going to see lots of love. And this is the first one I've pulled in a very long time. And then our list card is Fallen Ideal. Each creature has flying, and sack a creature. This creature gets +2/+1 until end of turn. Whenever it's put in the graveyard from the battlefield, return it to its owner's hand. Or Fallen Ideal to its owner's hand. Okay, interesting list card, but I mean, Gishath was the real pull there, of course. And I'm sure a lot of people, of course, with its reprint, are happy to build a Gishath deck and get Gishath for a more decent price. There's the green O'Hare. One looks pretty cool, O'Hare Caverns. Very black pack there in the commons and uncommons. We get a Bloodletter of Akhlazot's. Great pull there. This, of course, is going to be going into a lot of decks. I imagine Demon players are excited for this one. But, of course, a lot of Vampire players as well. If the opponent would lose life during your turn, they lose twice that much life instead. I like it. A great card. Not a bad body, but, again, useful for those aristocrat decks and stuff like that deal damage to your opponent. The Deconstruction Hammers are foil. 3 packs left. Let me know, what did you guys get for Christmas? Did you get anything fun? Did you get any cool Magic cards or any packs or decks? I'd love to hear from you down in the comment section below. Restless Anchorage, I believe, on that one. Earthshaker Dreadmaw there. Great card for that dinosaur archetype coming in and drawing you cards. We get Shimil, the Inner Sun. What a great bundle this has been. What's this, our third mythic? 1, 2, 3. Our third mythic. What a great rate. Shimil, of course, being one of the better ones you want to get. Spells you control can't be countered, and during your end step, discover 5. What a cool card. Useful in a lot of decks. Got a full Join the Dead there. Join the Dead seems like an interesting card that I expect to see a lot of play. I would imagine on Arena being -5/-5, hitting a lot of things on the low end for 3 mana. There's a Nim, a Pakal, sorry. Seeing a lot of play in Draft. Oh, we see something fun. Is this going to be a rare? We see Bartolomeo Presidio. Polani's Hatcher. Okay, there's a card I'm excited to get. That is what I'm looking for Panlaza. The dinosaurs you control have haste. When it comes in, you make 2/0/1 eggs. And at the beginning of combat, you can sacrifice an egg to make a 3/3. Excited about this card. Not very expensive, but always great for a haste enabler. And there we go. Card to go great with it. Pugnacious Hammer Skull. 3 mana 6/6 dino that whenever it attacks, if you don't control another dino, you put a stun counter on it. But great for a deck like Pantlaza where you're going to discover off of the toughness. We see Stormwatch Eagle. Sack a land and return it to its hand. Interesting. We are on our last set booster. I think we've done really well from this so far. Absolutely no problem with this bundle. I think we've seen a lot of good stuff. There's my boy Carnage Tyrant. Love that card. Of course, one of the original dinos that was a menace in Standard and the formats it was played in. But what can we get in our last pack out of our bundle? Enterprising Scallywag. Rampaging Ceratops. We see a Huatli, Poet of Unity. When he DTBs, we search our library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield, or put it in your hand, sorry, and then shuffle it. And then for 5, we can turn into Roar of the Fifth People. The first one we make 2 3/3s. Second one, creatures can tap for green, red, or black, or white this turn. So W for a dino, put it in your hand, and then all dinos get double strike and trample. And this card would be the reason I would play Huatli in Pantlaza. At the moment, I have it as just a pure dinosaur travel so that I can play Kahira, but I think this would be the one card I would, of course, to make me want to take it away from that. Defossilize, and then a map token. Well, that ended up being a 1, 2, 3, 4 mythic bundle. God, I can't ask for anything better than that, especially out of a random bundle. But I know what you guys think of our opening today. Thank you guys so much for watching this and celebrating opening up Magic cards with me. As I said, I would love to hear what you guys got for Christmas, what you got the privilege of opening, and what pulls you got from it. If you do not participate in any Christmas traditions, I hope that you enjoy the holidays with your family to some degree, and however you participate that. And we will be back for the rest of the week with more deck techs as we continue on. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.